everything's working. I think I figured it out. Volume says it's all the way up. So hopefully you can hear me with this mic. Maybe I'll even get it a little bit closer to my mouth because I do talk softly. But we're gonna go here. Let me fix my glasses. Alright, I pulled up this. This is the couch. I don't even know if you can see my mouse. 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 Hold on. Let me just. Can I do it this way? Meh. Meh. Okay. This is the couch, right? Look at that pattern on the couch. Look at this right here. And the main area of focus that caught my eye was this over here on the right. Okay, right? Very, very interesting color pattern going on. Is the music on in this one? Before I actually go, where's the music? It is. Okay. Gonna turn that down all the way to like 4 because when I actually play video, I don't really want that in there, I guess. So now we're gonna go to this. This, sure, everyone has seen Law and Crime Network, Idaho Murders Crime Scene Body Cam released, right? This is him already approaching the house, and what we will do is just start it from here. I will stop it, and then at the end I'll just play it straight through. So I'll stop it where I think, and then I need to turn up the volume for a certain few spots, but yeah, so let's just. Okay, so with this one, look, I'll stop it real fast, rewind it. With this one, as he's going up, remember how Hunter grabbed the knife and there was confusion on where it is? Watch the knife and listen to it, and I'll turn it up after when I play the whole thing through together. But watch for the knife and the timing, okay? So that might be it on the floor. It looks like a handle, but we're not sure. Okay, Hunter's still in front of him. You know what? Wait, hold on. I feel like it's echoing. Is it echoing? Monitor only, maybe? See if that works. I don't know. I'll just change it back just in case because at least we can hear it with monitor and output. Hopefully, unless I just messed it up altogether. But, because then, right, turn that all the way up. So, he supposedly still has the knife, or it's on the ground still, but it's definitely not on the table. He goes back, listen. See, there was the knife going on the floor, or not the floor, the table. So, I'm gonna come back here, I'm gonna turn this up, so beware, it's gonna go up to like, it's at 13 right now. I'm gonna put it up to 80. Okay, so remember, there could be the handle there. You know what? maybe I'll slow it down after and like that sort of thing after. So watch it all the way through one time without me talking. Doop doop. Alright, entering the house. Listen. So, excuse me for that, but as you could hear, that was him dropping the knife. That was the moment that the knife went onto the table. Where it was before, who knows? So, what we can, oh, that's as far as I can zoom in. But why would there just be a knife on the floor like that? That'd be crazy. Okay, so, oh, did I mess it up? I think I made it mad. Anyways, we'll just start from right here. Oh, oh, I did it. I made it mad. Hold on. Hold on. It got angry with me, so gotta reconnect it. Meh, meh, meh. Mm, mm, mm. We'll just show you this real fast. And then we'll go back to here, because look, now he's actually where he's supposed to be. Okay, so now it's lowered, volume is lowered. I'm going to slow it down in certain parts at this time. This time, this one. Alright. Oh, I just saw water in that corner. Look at this corner. I don't even know if you can see the mouse, but look at the corner underneath the table, lighted table, and I think that it's actually being played through my speakers. I can't hear it in my headphones, so I'm hoping the mic is working. Anyways, look at the floor. Oh dear, I just made it. Okay, well, right now we're not looking at the floor right now. Listening for the knife drop and possibly zooming. We don't need this part. This part, he goes back out. I'm not really listening too much right now. So he follows him back. Now, if you can see on the ground, he turned. So it's this one. I'm trying to zoom into the room. I'm trying to zoom into the table when he turns around. To see if or when, because you can hear it drop. is it? Right, right. Go back just a little bit more. Right when he's like, so he's walking down. I will speed it up. We don't need it this slow anymore. Normal. See, so that was him dropping the knife on it. The table. Alright. I'm just gonna, I hope that actually went. I'll have to check it before I post it. But this one, I guess I could have just posted the knife picture. Oops. But I'll just keep going then. So that was the knife actually getting dropped down. I'm pretty sure that everybody knew that's when it happened, but just, that was a loud noise. And with the fingerprints, I don't have the picture, but in one of my earlier videos, there's a picture with the knife on the table. My audio's all messed up, but there's a knife on the table, and there's like 2 to 3 fingerprints. Like somebody like set it down, like whoosh. And where did that blood come from? Whose blood is it? Why is it on or near the knife? If you look at the pattern that's on the blade, that's a little bit weird too. Yeah. Okay, so now I think I should have just put the picture of the knife up there because I should have just done this one, the knife one, but yeah. Okay, so now we are at normal speed. I'm gonna pass, yeah, we're at normal speed. You can actually see a good portion of the floor here. Let's see what the volume's at. So it says it's there. Let's see if it's actually playing. Yeah. So look at the floor. I want you to pay attention to the floor. The patterns on the floor. Okay. And then he just turns it around, goes all the way. We're not going to listen to the audio right now. Just pay attention to the floor. Just look at the floor. The wet spot right there. Oh, wait. Right. I'll go with that. Look at the exact same spot underneath the table. Hopefully the thing is right there. Right over here. Look at the spot by the couch. Right here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You see it? You see it where it's wet? Right there. The exact same spot. You can see it in well, it's glistening. It's glistening. And like there was evidence of a cleanup. So look at that floor too. Body language is a whole nother thing that I want to talk about too because there's so much body language. Like these. Alright, so I think he's gonna go back downstairs. We're gonna fast forward this for a second because these two approach, but we'll go into that later. Now, we're about to head, I guess we'll start here, back upstairs. Now, oh, wait, no, I lied. We're gonna look at the bottom floor first. Check out that locked. Where do they go? Alright. Excuse me, I'm swallowing. So now, look at, that's gonna be real slow, but pay, I wish that. Just look at the floor. This is a harder angle because you're looking this way. It'll be easier when you're approaching and looking towards the light, but you can see certain spots on the floor. See? Look, even right over here. Right, right there. It's even all wet still. See? All wet. All wet. And yeah, the cups are overturned, but it's literally right next to where that. Do you see that? Look at how glistening that is. Now, he's gonna look into the kitchen. I want to play this slow because I also saw wet over there. So, door is closed somewhat over, but look at this floor. Look at the pattern on it. Just look at the there's a puddle. Like, watch. You see the pattern? And like, yeah, there are a few little crumbs randomly placed in like this paper towel, but if you actually look at the floor, it's still wet. Oh, see, I missed it. Go over there. Right here, there's a puddle of wetness, and right here, still wet. You see? That's just not shine, it's wet. This is shine back here. This is still wet. Like, I wish I could do that over there without. Like, some spots are dry, some spots are still wet. Doop, 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 doop. Go. See, right here, though, is the puddle, as I like to call it, just like where the liquid pools. They're the mops and towels. See, this is still wet too. This over here, dry, like ish, but this over here is literally glistening. It is. And so now, when he turns back around, and that table wasn't touched after the mac and cheese, because there's mac and cheese on it. But look at the floor. If he goes back in there, I forget. Yeah. You can see it once he turns the corner, okay? Ready? Here we go. Do you see all of that liquid still? He goes upstairs. What I was talking about the leaf was, see, even look at how clean this floor is. This floor doesn't look wet. This floor just looks cleaned. Oh, right there was where it was. So, right here, in the pictures, I'm pretty sure that I showed them, but right here, there's a leaf. The whole time that law enforcement is passing this, there's no leaf. So I'm pretty sure it came in sometime after, just because there's literally no leaf here. Like, It's right on the floor. But it's interesting because Leaf's not there as the police are clearing the house, but then it's there in the pictures, and they moved a lot of stuff in the pictures. Like after they did this walkthrough, and then they took pictures, and then they moved stuff, and then they took pictures again. It's crazy. So I'm gonna fast forward this because, yeah, no leaf. Watch. No leaf. It would be right there, right in front of the door frame. But we're gonna fast forward because we are just looking. I did mention this earlier. This right here. Eh, maybe more. This right here is a banister, right? This is a banister. This is a window. Light is coming through the window. When light hits the window, normally there is a shadow. Shadow. See? Even square shadow. Yeah, it looks redacted or a little bit blurry. Even that. Whoa, wait. Look at his face. Why did they blur his face for a second? So it was redacted there, but now pay attention to the floor. We're gonna turn it back down to 25. When he goes down, just look at the floor. The floor. Oh wait, he might go back upstairs. I think this is what happened the last time. Yep, he does. He goes back upstairs. I should have this video memorized, but watching it slowly surprises me. Go, go, go. So then he goes back up and closes the doors. This one, right? I guess, oh, made it really big. I don't know what happened. So, that one. Closed the doors. Looked in the room for a minute. Not really a whole minute, just a little bit. Alright, so now, look at the floor. Yeah, there are cups there. Yeah, there's a backpack there. Yeah, there's stuff. But look at the floor. This is... Oh, that's actually a good stop. Right here. Right there. And then, in the exact same spot, she colors. She colors. So, it's literally wet. That is wet. This is wet. You can see a little bit over here. And this over there. There. I really hope that's interesting spot, but I really hope that my mic caught this. I don't really care too much about my words because these are just my observations, my thoughts and opinions, but just look at the footage. Like, there was evidence of a cleanup. Right by here. Hold on, I'll talk about that in a sec. So look at the floor. Yeah, yeah, and then right there. I guess we could look at that. See, no, that's just a reflection, but from the other way when they were going. Look at the floor here. See, wet. pattern there. Wet. Fast forward because he's just gonna go look outside for a sec. That's just the trash. Hold on, go, go, go. Now he's going back into the house. But it's hard to see liquid or water when the light is on your back. You have to be facing the light to see it. So when he goes back through, it's hard this time because he looks more left, but right here, right there, you can see it. There, little baby wet spot still. Right there underneath the table, and yeah, they say that this was bumped, so that might have been the beer pong water. But there's evidence of a spillage then because the table was also wet. Could have just figured out what the liquid is. But see how it's in the exact same spot all the way over? The thought just popped into my head that since there was evidence of a cleanup, right, that's stated, the person that they know to have done this wouldn't have been able to clean up this amount of stuff in the time frame that was given. So therefore he had to have an accomplice or multiple or something else. This is the actual evidence of the house, right? The picture I show is, to me, alarming just because the colors, the placement, if you even look at the couch, those colors look a little off to me. It might just be normal wear and tear, who knows, but having that color with these spots, they could have cleaned up, bumped the table, done it like that. That's more like conspiracy, I feel, but this whole thing is just ridiculous. But if he turns back and looks at the table again, that table was wet. Oh wow. See, so, see, here's the table. You can still see it glistening right here. The kitchen is different because you can actually see like Swiffer patterns and like stuff of mopping. This over here was a dark liquid on the spilling out of the cup. But I'm pretty sure now that this is the beer pong water from these cups that were spilled. Oh, look, there's the knife. But from these cups that were spilled, this even looks cleaner this way. Look at how clean that looks. But based on the colors in the picture, the cups splayed out everywhere. Oh, my foot. I am intrigued. But I'm pretty sure that what's on top of it is just the beer pong water. You can even see it over here. this whole entire floor was wet then. The other side, of the living room was also wet. The kitchen. And beer pong, you don't fill it up that much. And the cup next to it, I have to count, was like a beveraged cup. See right there? Beverage cup. See, upturned cup. Maybe that liquid then is even from that cup. Who knows? I just thought that was quite interesting because maybe if we go back to where it's actually showing this angle. Yeah, because look, that thing is gone now. And I think in one of the videos I slowed it down, his bag was right there, but it did look like a gray handle. So that could have been it because it was there, and now it is not. Let's count cups. 1, 2, 3. And this one doesn't count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are there 10? I don't remember how many there are in beer pong now. I have to look at this side. The pyramid. I thought it went 4, 3, 2, 1. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Want you to come back down, look out the window. I think that was like, what, like... Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7 underneath the couch. See, right? Up. 7. Right there. 8, 9, 10. So there would be 10 if that one wasn't overturned. But yeah, lots of blood. If you missed it in the first part, go forward. Go forward. So, in the first part though, I earned enough beer pong cups. 1, 2, 3. I think that one even under it, I counted twice because when he came back, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. 9. We're missing 1, and 1 is also the alcohol cup. See this one? This one has dark stuff spilling out of it. But this, over here, right in front of him, see, look. So, the floor is wet. Yes. glistening upstairs. But you can see this pattern right there. And I go back. Guess we'll just put it right there. And now that it's on slow-mo, I guess that we can watch for the knife, because pretty sure that that's where it was, and he's just, yeah, no, that was. If you see this angle, you can see the blade and the handle. Yeah, yeah, watch his foot move. Right here. Hey, did you catch that? Here's the blade. There's the handle. Oh, there it was again. See, and they tried to redact it, but there was the knife. Oh, you could almost see it again. Blade. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would actually do it then. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this one is 1, so I'll just count that one. But then this one has a mysterious substance. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the table. Yep, so does that one, and then this is just a white claw. But you can see the table is also wet, the floor is wet, but in very particular spots is it wet. You can actually sort of see the couch from this spot right here. I always thought that the couch patterns looked funny, but that is what I got. I just thought that the floor still being wet is really weird. Either evidence of a cleanup, right? And then you have cover up because now all this placement, which is a lot of placement, somebody did bump into the table and literally knocked all of them off, crashing all over the place, but not on the other side. Somehow the other side stayed perfectly up, while just that side on the far side got knocked down. Just interesting. My first thought, though, was because this whole area would be like a lot of blood, it's like, where would it go? And then if you listen to the footage, it sounds almost like not a vacuum cleaner to me. It sounds like an actual carpet cleaner because of the noise and the whirring. And carpet cleaners, they have hoses too, so you can like suck stuff up. You can just dump it right in the shower. It'd be very easy to just clean up the shower, get rid of the whole entire cleaner thing. But this is not evidence of a cleanup. I'm not trying to say that. All that I'm trying to say, the floor is wet when the cops arrive. And now I'm throwing out random thoughts that I have about how it could have gotten wet. Why is it wet in that area where these colors are? Those types of things, just because those colors are not normal. The overturned cup is much different. Interesting. I just came back to Streamlabs and it's still looking down, so I don't even know how long I've just been talking, but at least, you know, it's still right there. That little spot. You can just go look at the footage, look for yourself, but if all of these cups were hit from this angle, it would have at least knocked some off the other side or done something to some of them because these are all over the place, all the way to the footstool. That's really far away. Yeah, but I honestly don't remember, like, when we would spill our water cups for beer pong, it wouldn't go all over. There was, like, that much water in it. It was just enough to, like, keep the bottom level. That's still a lot of liquid everywhere. Yeah, so, I don't know. Those were just my thoughts, things that I noticed, but when you drop the knife, you can actually hear the thud. There's blood around the knife. You can even see it right here. Bloop, bloop. But there's blood around the knife. Why is there blood around the knife? Why? There are, like, actual fingerprints with blood on them. Why? Whose? Did Hunter, or did he have blood on his hands when he put the knife down? In my recollection, there was no mention of blood. But this was one of the bloodiest scenes that Moscow had ever seen. And, like, yeah, I can see that in the, I can see that, like, in the bedrooms. If they were actually killed there, that would be really bloody for how many times they were stabbed. That's a lot of blood. But this, to me, makes a little bit more sense, is they were someplace else and then somehow got moved to the bedroom. I don't know though. I do not know. All that I know though is that when the police arrive, the floor is wet. Whether that be from cleaning or beer pong water. Never know. Because it clearly looks like beer pong water, right? But none of those other cups are overturned. So, I don't know though. These are just something, and I wish that I had that leaf picture, but I just thought it was funny for where's the leaf, because I remember looking at it like, that's so weird. Why is the leaf there? But not like important or anything. At least I don't think so. But I think that the floor being wet when the police actually enter the house and clear the house, I think that that's important. I at first in my other video mentioned the 3-letter named person who is not real, but their story, which is similar to one of the neighbors who was walking by, how they saw the door open, the front door. I don't think it was the sliding door, but then when the cops walked through, the sliding doors open. Like, in their story, they said the doors were open and they were outside smoking. Not listening to the rest of her story, but now just seeing both doors open. Seeing the floor still actively being wet. I wish that there might be a picture of that beer pong cup and how much water's in it, because definitely the other side, but they didn't really fill them up that much. And, like, if you fill them up more than, like, a little bit, it throws off the cup. in the game and it's like cheating. And that's still weird. But, alright, I am gonna take off. This one is actually a lot longer. I just kept blabbering. I hope that it worked. I'm not sure if it did or not. I'll just, oh, it doesn't even look like my mic. So, oh, I now have found it. I tried to put it right into my mouth. So hopefully I'm not whispering. Just throwing out this edit of like the two before. I think I have figured out how to save stuff on the MacBook, which is like this little, it's not even a USB, but maybe it is. It's a flash drive of some sort, but it connects to the port. Excuse me. But I just wanted to get this out before I forgot, even though now I'm getting comments about my audio not working, so it's actually reminding me that this is what was going on. But floor's wet. He dropped the knife with blood around it. I'll probably have to redo that video and actually just stare at it, like how I did with this one up here. Look at the couch. It's like spatter. Look at the floor. That's an actual puddle. And then water. At least wetness. So I just think that it's really interesting placement of, oh, I guess you're this way. Top video, top picture, color, floor. Lower video, water. Same exact spot. Cups, not in the spots that the water's in, or the wetness. The wetness, right? Cups are not there. There's even like a cord next to that one. Very, very dangerous, but there's no water right by where there is that cup in the back. I'll just make this go away. In the back here, there's that cup, yeah. Oh, no. I wonder if it caught that. It may have caught that. I don't know. But right there, there's even interesting coloring, but this to me, even over here, and then this, the liquid, the wetness that we see is much more than the beer pong cups, especially on top of this color. Right here. Just look at this color, and you guys, I'm just flabbergasted by this. Like, look at the floor. Look at the floor. Look at the couch. Look at the footstool. I was like, what is that word? Look at the footstool. And this. Yeah, so those are just some things that I observed. I'm gonna go back here. Wow, I almost talked for a whole entire hour just blabbering on. I did not close the window, so you probably heard a lot of wind through the window. Man, but it is now 12:40 a.m. I just kind of kept talking, but I will try to re-download the photos. I'll try to get whatever thing holds storage for a MacBook Air. I have a flash drive thing, but it only has a USB. I can't put it in the MacBook Air. So now all of my, not a flash drive, all of my hard drives, it's a hard drive, it's like big. I can't stick it into the laptop. And then I got one of the cords, and it doesn't have a connector thing that goes into it. So, yeah. Well, anyways, I cannot stop yawning. I am tired. I hope that now I fixed the audio somewhat. I'm still not sure if it's the laptop camera or these, but yeah. Anyways. Alright, well, let me know what you think down below about the wetness, because it is just wet, right? It's wet when the cops arrive. Yeah, there are overturned beer pong things. Yeah, yeah. Not all of them, though. There were only like 9. So there were 1 or 2 missing. Might have been 8 because the actual one with the dark liquid. So there might have only been 8. Then the knife with the blood. I didn't show the knife with the blood this time. Just tried to listen to it actually being dropped, just to know the placement of when it happened. And then the kitchen floor, to me, looked like a pattern when somebody Swiffers. And then in certain spots, there were more wet areas. The countertop, to me, very, very interesting placement of dishes. That's just, I don't understand, especially on the front of the sink. Don't get that. But the floor being wet when the cops get there was an interesting thing to me to happen. An interesting note, I guess. An interesting observation. I'm not too sure. But yeah, just the colors and where the wetness is. Very, very thought-provoking, I guess. Just yeah, it's wet when the cops get there. But anyways, I hope they have a wonderful, it is now actually Christmas for me. It is 12:42 on the west coast. So we have now crossed and we are on to Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas Day. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Happy holidays if I don't catch you before then. And yeah, let me know what you thought down below, because I just thought it was interesting that the floor was wet. Don't know where it came from. Maybe the beer pong cups, but then the other cup should have been off the table too and on the floor. And then maybe these ones were just placed after the fact. The fact strategically. There we go, if I can talk. But I'm gonna go get some rest. I hope you have a good Merry Christmas. Take care. And I will see